Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to be kind of quick, hopefully kind of quick. I tend to ramble, so I'm sorry. I wanted to kind of pop in and do like a quick, I guess I'm gonna try to call it a preparation for Disney vacation video. Not necessarily my Disney vacation, but potentially your Disney vacation. I didn't want to call it like tips and tricks. I've only been there once, so I'm not like a pro by any means. Since my next trip is coming within the next few weeks, again, I'm not a pro by any means. I did want to go through like what I did last time versus what we're doing this time. Maybe give you a few ideas for how to plan your next trip, because I firmly believe that everyone should go to Disney at least once in their lifetime. And if you're watching this video or any other Disney videos, then I am talking to you, fellow Disney lover. You should go to Disney if you haven't been already. It's for all ages. It's timeless, it's ageless. You know, if you're going, well, I don't have kids and, you know, no little ones to take, don't need kids. I'm going with my best friend and my mom. I'm the youngest of the three of us, and I mean, if you want to call us children, we're young at heart. It's okay. Like, you don't need kids. Like, there's something for everybody. Like, truly, just to see the magic, to turn the corner down Main Street and to see at the end of Main Street Cinderella Castle, like, to look at it for the first time and not cry is, I mean, it took everything I had not to cry. So it's not just for kids. My point, not just for kids. Your next statement would be, yes, but Disney's expensive. And yes, you're correct. Will not argue with you. It is expensive. I think there are ways to make it less expensive, but there are ways, obviously, that it could be way, way more expensive. I'm gonna kind of go through like what we did at the end of September of 2016, because it was probably one of the cheapest ways you could go. I'm sure there are cheaper ways. I can only speak to the way that we did it. So I'll go through. I actually took a screenshot of our budget that we did, how much things cost, so I can give you numbers. So we did what's called a VRBO, and if you're like me, had no idea what that meant. If I remember correctly, it means vacation rentals by owner, and just like what it sounds like, it's people who have vacation property. They list said property through this website, and these people become essentially their property manager, and you go through VRBO and you rent said property. It's all over the country. It's not just in Orlando. You can go to vrbo.com and look up, you know, I think it's by zip code or by state or whatever it is, and you can look for property in California or Colorado or North Carolina or Maine. You can look wherever, and if there's property listed in that area, you can potentially rent it. Like, there's blackout dates for when like the family that owns the place wants to use it. There's rules, because of course you have to be respectful. It's owned by people, so it's somebody's house. But you sign a contract and you put a security deposit down, and that becomes your property essentially for a week or 3. There might be a minimum for how long, but a week, 2 weeks, however long you're gonna rent it, and it's way cheaper than what it could be for like staying on resort property for Disney. So our VRBO was 30 minutes or so from a park. It was outside of Kissimmee, and let me get the it was $867 for 7 days, 6 nights. There was a security deposit on it. So per person, we paid a little over $300 per person. That was for the house. And the house was 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, a single car garage attached to the house, washer and dryer. We had to take our own laundry detergent and stuff. There was a pool or like a in-ground pool, and it had a glass like enclosure that was attached to the house, so you could access the patio pool area from the house. And you just walked out the side glass door, and there you were. Let's see, satellite TV, Wi-Fi. I mean, just a house. Like, we had plenty of space. So 3 adults, we each got our own bedroom. My mom and I shared a bathroom. We did our laundry, came home with clean clothes. So all we did was unpack our bag and put our clothes away. Didn't have to do laundry when we got home. It was amazing. Like, that was fantastic. Had our own space in the house. It was quite spacious. So for 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, attached single car garage to put our rental car in, a little over $300. That's super cheap. Plane ticket, so that varies. Depends on your carrier, like what plane carrier you're using, where you're flying out of, how far you're flying, such as that. I think my mom and I think it was like $360 or something, somewhere in there. We did I think we did a 4-day, it was like a 4-day Disney park hopper, which again was like it was like $350, I think, something around in there. The Universal Studio ticket was $155. I paid $165 because I had it shipped here. I wanted the actual ticket, so if you just want to print it off on the email, it's $155. Or $155 also at the gate if you want to buy it at the park. The car, we did a rental car. It was a Ford Escape, I think, and it was $170, so it was $56 a person. Again, cheap when you split it between, a few people. For us, split between 3 people. And then we budgeted $150 for food, and really low $200 for spending money. That was totally not what happened. So our budget, like, this was so essentially it was $1,500, but then your spending money would have gone up or down. So we'll say probably like $1,800. Add another little bit in there for spending. So again, you could have spent nearly nothing, or you could have spent a ton for souvenirs. But $1,800 to go to Disney, even $2,000 to go to Disney, actually isn't that bad. Not bad at all. So this go around, we're staying at a moderate resort. So just my third of the resort, just the resort, so the one room. So we're staying 10 days. The VRBO, I think I already said, we stayed 7 days, 6 nights. The resort, we're staying 10 days, 9 nights. My third in the resort stay is $805.02, which I paid. It's done. We've been paying it for not quite a year. It's like 9 months, 10 months, something like that. So I've been doing like a payment or 2 here or there, slowly paying it off. Makes it more manageable, makes it more doable. So my resort stay, my part of the resort stay, could have almost paid off the entire VRBO. So that tells you price difference between resort and VRBO. So that's a huge thing. And really the VRBO, so it was 3-bedroom, but the master was at least a queen, if not a king. So 2 people could have stayed in there. One of the rooms had a queen, so again, 2 people could have stayed in there. The other room had 2 full beds, so 2 people could have stayed in there. So there's at least 6. If you didn't want to do that, you could have at least had 1 more person in the other full bed, so there's 4. Which, again, like, more people means less money that you're paying for the VRBO. There were 2 full couches in the living room, and they were super comfortable. So there's another 2. So, I mean, it could have fit 8 people, or, you know, if you're just doing 1 person per bed and 1 person per couch, there's 5 people. I mean, the VRBO could have essentially been incredibly cheap, depending on how many people you put in there. The resort, you can only put so many people in there. So it like Disney does value, moderate, and deluxe resorts. Value, of course, are the cheapest, but the problem with the value is they only do full-size beds. So you can only comfortably put a couple people in there because you're going to be crammed in there. So you can't do however many people, you know, you can't cram 5 people in a value resort. You could, but you're going to be uncomfortable. So you could split 1 room between 2 people. It might be cheaper that way. I don't know how much a value resort costs. The moderate, it's where you can get queen size beds, which is what we have. So we've got 3 people for 2 queens. That's doable. Like, we might be a little bit space constraint, you know, but not terrible. So again, $805 for my third, another $360-ish for my plane ticket. We don't need a car because we're on property. All 3 of us did annual passes this time, so it was like another $820 instead of the $300 and something. But really, that was for 4-day park hopper. We would have needed a like 7-day park hopper, I think, or an 8-day park hopper, because we're going to Universal again. So let's see, 8, so a 7-day park hopper, which I think it would have been somewhere in this like almost $600 range. The annual pass was $720 or $729 or $789, and then with tax it was $820 something. So the value was better to get annual pass because you get discounts, you get access to exclusive merchandise and stuff like that you don't get with just a park hopper ticket. So that was a bit more of an expense than we would have had, that maybe if you don't want an annual pass that you wouldn't have. So I think this total for this trip is in the $2,500 range. So really not spending too terribly much more this go around. I mean, it's probably $1,800 versus $2,500. So I mean, still a good amount, but I mean, we're looking at, you know, $700 extra that I didn't pay last time. So the value is there. I don't have, like, if you stay on property, you can send all the stuff that you buy in the parks back to the room. You don't have to carry it around. To me, that's definitely worth the extra. We like to be immersed in Disney instead of leaving the park and just going back to a house that's decorated as a regular house. We want to be in a Disney decorated room. So that's a personal preference, really. So that's kind of your choice, I guess. But if it's money that you're concerned about, definitely check out VRBO. It was wonderful to stay there, especially as a first time thing. It was definitely the cheaper route to go. It was definitely nice to do clothes while we were there, doing downtime. You can do your laundry on the resort. You have to pay, to use the machines, of course, which is an extra expense. We do plan to do that, but it is an extra expense that we didn't have to do at the VRBO house. So that is, again, personal preference. I guess a couple tips or advice or whatever. Going to Disney, you're not going to be able to do it all. Doesn't matter how long your stay, how short your stay, you're not going to be able to do it. There's just too much to see, too much to do. So don't stress out trying to fit it all in there. My best advice that I could give is make a must-do list. Don't make a gigantic one, but just your true must-dos. 5, 10, items that if you only were able to go that one time, you're never to go back again. You have to do those or you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Make that list and make sure that you do those. We made that list. Each of us made a list. We each also made a want list that if we had time, if we were able to do it, I would like to do this, but if we don't, my heart wouldn't be broken. And we managed to do all of our musts and our wants, plus a bunch of other stuff, because we planned really well. So we thought this was going to be our one and only time we were ever going to get to go. And then we got home and was like, no, we have to go back. So now we're going again, and we learned a lot of things that we'd like to do this go around and all that. And I'm going to take you with me and vlog while I'm there, and I hope to show you. So sorry this is so long, I'll stop now. But so yeah, that's my what we did last time. Relatively cheap, and the numbers sound really big, but when you break it down, like per night, you're really only paying, the $800 and something for 9 nights. That's a little over $90, a night. That's a normal, that's actually kind of cheap for a normal hotel or whatever. The VRBO is way cheaper than you ever could do anywhere. So if you're gonna go for the cheapest, VRBO is gonna be where you want to go. If you want the Disney immersion, but you think it's gonna be too expensive, break it down. $90 something a night. That's not much. Again, if you can go with a group, more than one person, 2, 3, 4 people, you're not gonna pay very much per person, or you'll pay less per person. So, I mean, that just means you gotta remember $805 times 3. That's how much that one room cost. So I could never pay a full cost for the room. I would have to go with others who could split that cost. So food for thought kind of thing. So yeah, if you have comments or questions, let me know in the comments below. I will try to answer them the best I can. Again, I'm not an expert by any means. I can only speak to my my experiences. Let's see what else. Oh, my ears. I want to do. So my best friend makes these. These are my Megara ears. These are the best ever. So Hercules is my favorite. My favorite Disney movie. So she has an Etsy. Ooh, please focus. No? That's gonna be rude. Oh, there we go. She has an Etsy page that I will link below. She has the most amazing Disney ears. So these are the ones that she made for me so we could go to Disneyland last year. And these are the ones that I will start with in the park. She made, I think we have a ton. We have quite a few. We'll have like one for every day going into the parks. So we'll have a bunch of these. But I'm really sensitive for wearing things on my head. Like, my sunglasses are about the only thing that I'm good to wear. I get headaches incredibly easily, and I can wear this all day. I wore it all day in Disneyland and forgot it was up there. I knocked it off several times, put my sunglasses up, and was like, oh shoot, my ears, you know? So she makes wonderfully just beautiful, I don't even have words for how great these ears are. They have so much, like, just the attention to detail is on point. I don't know, I just don't have enough good things to say about it. They're sparkly, they're eye-catching, they're comfortable, they're gorgeous. Miss Cherry's Boutique. She's got a YouTube channel, and she's got an Etsy page. I'll link both of them below so you can check out the ears and check out her page. So, but yeah, check back. I will be coming up with the suitcase and the backpack videos probably in the next week or so. And then, yeah, I'll be going to Disney, like, in just a few weeks. It'll be fantastic. I'm ready to get out of here. I think Orlando's in, like, 70-degree weather right now, and I think it is, like, 15 degrees outside here. It is terribly cold, so I'm ready for some nice weather. I'm also ready for a break from work. I think everybody's in that boat, but I'm ready to get out of Dodge. I'm ready to get to Disney. So yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed my video. Please hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See you guys later.